System. Get a hold of Brandon Davis. Water in your basement, be dry. The Utica's finest barbershop. Get a hold of George Baldwin or Kevin Beach on Booksy. Durategre for all your new plumbing, irrigation, and renovation needs. Family landscaping. Make your neighbors green with envy. Get a hold of Russ. Nora's Candy Shop for the famous turkey joints or just some fudge or other sweets. Stop by Nora's. Utica Club Lounge for the party before, after, during the game. Utica Club Lounge where the Yeti hang out. CRM, Commercial Rental Management. Get a hold of them for all your commercial building needs. Robert A. Dix Insurance. We all need insurance. Get a hold of Bobby Dix for your insurance. Liberty Affordable Housing. New to the area? Get a hold of Liberty Affordable Housing. See what they can set you up with. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, local representative and friend of the Utica Yeti. Fay Farms. Where's the beef at? Jimmy Fay's got it. Get a hold of Fay Farms for all your beef needs. Master Vito Hyundai. Make your move to Master Vito. The Yeti have. Utica Mac Incorporated. Get a hold of them for all your tractor and big hauling needs. Brand Y Distillery. Let Jimbo know that the Yeti sent you. We love Brand Y spirits. Hale Transportation. We'll do the driving, you do the hanging. Get a hold of us for all your transportation needs. Niscoba, the men in blue, keeping you safe. Clinton Tractor and Implement Company, the Caledona family. Check them out. Laxnide, the premier box lacrosse tournament in all of North America. Check it out September 18th through the 21st. We'll see you there. Thanks so much to all our sponsors. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. Please support your local sponsors. Thanks so much to all our sponsors. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. Please support your local sponsors. CBI cables, what the pros use. Plug them in, whether it's lighting, electrical, audio, or internet cables. The Be Dry system. Get a hold of Brandon Davis. Water in your basement, be dry. The Utica's finest barbershop. Get a hold of George Baldwin or Kevin Beach on Booksy. Durategre for all your new plumbing, irrigation, and renovation needs. Family landscaping. Make your neighbors green with envy. Get a hold of Russ. Nora's Candy Shop for the famous turkey joints or just some fudge or other sweets. Stop by Nora's. Utica Club Lounge for the party before, after, during the game. Utica Club Lounge where the Yeti hang out. CRM, Commercial Rental Management. Get a hold of them for all your commercial building needs. Robert A. Dix Insurance. We all need insurance. Get a hold of Bobby Dix for your insurance. Liberty Affordable Housing. New to the area? Get a hold of Liberty Affordable Housing. See what they can set you up with. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, local representative and friend of the Utica Yeti. Fay Farms. Where's the beef at? Jimmy Fay's got it. Get a hold of Fay Farms for all your beef needs. Master Vito Hyundai. Make your move to Master Vito. The Yeti have. Utica Mac Incorporated. Get a hold of them for all your tractor and big hauling needs. Brand Y Distillery. Let Jimbo know that the Yeti sent you. We love.
Hello, Yeti Nation. Paul Noecker, what's happening?
Greg Beecher, how you doing, my great friend?
Better than OJ.
Yeti Nation. What a week, Greg.
Yeah, what a week.
Nonstop.
Before we get into lacrosse, we got to give a shout out to OJ the dude who can't be with us because Canadian Customs decided to grab him up and process him, and his trip home is slightly delayed. So he's 3 hours from Montana. He drove to Montana. He was going to pick up some stuff, and Customs hit him on the way back up like, okay, we got you, baby. And so OJ, sorry about that, bud. But remember, the American Customs was nice to you. It was those Canadians who didn't like you. We welcome you.
They said, welcome home, eh?
Welcome home, eh? Pay us a fine. No. But lots of lacrosse news. Let's start with the Yeti news.
Wow, what a weekend, man. Thank you, Ron Cogan and Ron Patterson and the ladies. I don't know if they're considered an auxiliary, but to the ladies at the Mary Winder Center, I call it. I'm going with the MCW for now on. You got in Canada, you have the ILA. Well, you want to know what? In the beautiful territory in Oneida, New York, we have the MCW, and it's
MWC.
Actually, that MWC.
Mary Windsor Center.
Mary C. Windsor.
Oh, so it's the MCWC.
MCW.
Right, but then it's the center. So we got to throw the extra C on the end.
Well, it's a community center, the CC.
So it's a CC.
It probably should have the CC on there as well. But in regards to otherwise,
the MCW.
The MCW is a beautiful facility, and what the ladies auxiliary and the kids and the dancers, and you want to know what the coolest part was being able to have Neil Paula stand next to me as the dancers were dancing, and to get a little history concept of, you got the shuffle dance and then the high step dance. And, just for, he was explaining to me the differences in the dances, and I'm like, that's pretty awesome stuff. Is it just the girls or just the guys that are the singer? They had an awesome guy.
Yeah, they play the
I don't know
drums. He
names.
plays the drum and he sings. Yeah.
He was the drummer, singer, all in one,
Yeah.
man. He was
Oh yeah.
doing it all, and he was fantastic. I want to say he went for like an hour and a half straight.
We watched
And
one
he
that
was
was almost
emceeing.
3 hours. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
and
guys,
he
the
was
endurance
emceeing it.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, he was emceeing it, talking and everything. I wish I could hear. I was on the opposite side. I was on bench side, so you can't hear a lot of things. But it was a great cultural experience for myself. I was very, you know, eyes open. It opened my eyes. It seemed from the little boys and the little girls to the mid teenagers to the not necessarily elders, but the older men and women that were doing their dancing, and the competition that was going on. It was incredible. Thank you very much for letting us be a part of that. Yes, it was great. It was absolutely great, and again, the lacrosse on the field, that speaks for itself, and the players getting their medicine and putting it out on the floor. It was a great time. The Yeti represented it incredibly well. We lost our very first game to open the tournament 2-0 NIDA. It was an overtime game, and it a classic fashion. You want to know what we were winning? I think there was probably 3-2, maybe a minute and a half left, and guess what? We went on the power play. The infamous power play that we've come to conclusions that we are going to forfeit our power plays.
Just give him the ball.
and we don't want the power play. We want teams to stay on 5-on-5, because it bit us, and they came back, tied it up 5-5, and we went into overtime, and very competitive overtime it was, and it a great shot at the end. Our defender got his stick up. The stick of the shooter hit the our stick, and the head came flying off as well. And it went towards the goalie area, and it was to say we contested, we questioned it, and because our stick got up onto their stick, they ruled it as is. Not that the stick didn't have a screw in it, but the head fell off because of the contact with the defender's stick, so the goal stood. So Oneida got us on a great, it was a great goal, a great shot. He got it on net, and they got the W, and then we went on to win the next two. We went 2-1 on Saturday, and that took us into the second place, and was feeling very excited on second place and getting into the playoff concept. And we ran into the same team that we beat the night before. I think we beat CTC. What was it? It was, I think, by 3 on Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, we played the 12 o'clock game, the 11 o'clock game. Played 11:15, and they came ready, loaded for bear, and they put an ass whooping on us, 13-3. As far as it was just one of those things where the passes that were there, the catches were there. They had an awesome goalie. I'm not exactly sure of names. I suck at names, and I apologize, so I don't even say them no more. But the kid was, and again, we're not to say used to shooting on woodies. Woodies were allowed on the goalie side, so that takes away that 5-hole. And if you're not able to get that side to side rocking early,
that's a huge difference when it comes to that. Yeah.
and our goalies were using regular spoons. So it's it's a gun to a knife fight type scenario in regards to the goalie concept. And as far as we did a great job, we were the only ones using the spoons. So we were shooting on goalies the entire tournament that are sugar. His name, the big goalie, Bucktooth.
Roscoe?
Roscoe.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
been
he
playing
was
for 'em.
on fire. You know, a great goalie, and there was a couple other goalies that they
Well, and you
had.
take somebody like Roscoe, who I think only plays summer ball and style with the wooden stick, so he never switches back and forth. I wouldn't
Never,
imagine.
you know, and you know the outlet passes. I mean,
He's
you know,
fire. Yeah, he's money.
it's an art, is what
Yeah.
it is. Is to watch these guys be able to throw
I
on the
still think,
money
yeah,
with
I still
those
think
things.
Free Cathers is probably one of the best ones I've ever watched do it in person, man. That kid, the way he is just so fast with that stick, it's up and down, and it's a laser coming out. I don't know if he was there or not, but
I did not see him, but as far as you know, Oneida had Neil Paulus. And again, I'm not even going to start to say names because I really don't
he
know
had a pretty good
names.
team, I'm sure.
CTC
Speak,
Cam
yeah,
Simpson.
yeah.
You know, I know Jake. What's Jake's last name? Lingenfelter. Is that how you Jake? I
Leibowitz,
don't know. Libowitz. Thank you. Lingenfelter.
where was
Libowitz.
he?
I was
Where was
damn
Jake?
close.
That's
He was.
Watch More Box.
He was playing for CTC.
Uh-huh.
I got a hold of him late. I contacted for whatever reason. Again, names and me were horrible. I contacted a young man, Max Newslander. For whatever reason, I contacted Max thinking that I was contacting Jake because I know Jake. He's played with us down at the Stickmaker
Jake's awesome. Yeah.
Elfie Jocks Sticksmaker tournament. You know, he's a great kid. Played against him up in Paper City, and he's been down to Laxnay. Played, I think, one year with us at Laxnay too. But for whatever reason, I'm sitting there thinking that I'm getting a hold of Jake, and I'm talking to Max, and he's like, "Nah, I'm going down to Nashville." I'm like, "Ah." And then a couple of weeks later, I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Max." His name ain't Max.
That's
And
fucking
of
amazing.
course, at that point in time, then I get a hold of him. He's like, "Ah, man, I've already told CTC I'll play with them." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Ah." He's like, "Get a hold of me sometime." So it was great to see a lot of different guys playing with a lot of different teams, and just going out there and getting great medicine. You
Yeah.
know, it was great. You know, hard play as always, and the boys. You know, I'm not going to say boys. We were young. We had a bunch of guys come down and that played for us during the this past spring. Rorick Perry had an
Yeah.
incredible tournament.
Do you
Gabe
have any of your
D'Angelo.
Onondaga guys? Do you have
No,
Ricky?
no. But we did have a couple from the Six Nations that Zach Blount played with up at the Junior Bandits. We had Dalton and Nick Thomas.
All right.
So they came down and played with us, and you know, good ballers. You know,
Yeah.
these guys could ball. They
Speaking
fit in
of
right nicely.
good ballers,
Yeah,
last week we didn't get a chance to talk about Skylar Thomas being picked up,
Scott.
but I noticed he
Yeah,
is now on the active roster for the Thunderbirds.
they put him back on the active. They cut
He's
him and then re-signed him.
no. Just they signed him, but now he's up on the active, so he's not just a signed protected player. Now he is on the active roster, so he's holding an actual roster spot.
Okay, but they cut him last week. He
Uh,
was one of the
was he really?
as far as yeah.
Did I
One
miss
of our
that?
guys
I
out
scrolled
there.
down too far then.
Yeah, one of our guys will have some info though. But yeah, last week he was on the cut from the team
Well,
on
I
the
don't
like
know. We'll have to
he
check
was
that
the
one. To
last
be
one on the
determined.
list. So we're gonna have to find out. But yeah, props to the young man anyhow. I mean, he got the opportunity and he's making the most of it. I hope he continues because he's an incredible player, man. That's a kid with incredible gifts. Give him a chance to shine. Let
Yeah.
that kid shine.
I still can't figure. I know he's not the biggest, but man, do you got to give that guy a chance. He can just score goals. And I don't even know what he looks like in tryouts, but you watch him play games, and man, can he just put the ball away.
Dude, he's got that jump shot where he goes up and then you think he's got it and then all of a sudden the little bastard he's up another you know, he's got 3 more feet over the top of the goalie and just right over the top of him. It's like, oh dude,
Yeah,
you know,
it's impressive.
after the eighth time scoring on us, you think we got the handle on the kid, and all of a sudden he busts out some other crazy gifted move. And yeah, props to the kid. I hope he goes far
Yeah,
because he's
he's
got all that talent that needs to be taken advantage of.
Grenlin. Nathan,
Gremlin,
the Gremlin, Grennan, signed to Rochester. So he played in the Can-Am all summer. Now he signed with Rochester. I would imagine they got a chance to watch him. They got to love the heart this young man plays with.
Oh, they know who he is. He plays for the Bats. How many the last 3-4 years? Those guys know who this kid is.
Yeah, he's played for the
That's a
Bats.
great pick. I think it's a great pickup. I said that on Adam Levy.
Yeah,
He had posted. I'm like, that's a great pickup for Rochester. You
huge.
need that. They got all the talent in the world, and you want to know what? The kid ain't just. He ain't just the antagonizer. He's
Released
got
him
the
from the
talent.
active. I didn't
You
read
know,
that wrong though. My bad on the Skylar Thomas. Released him from the active roster. I read that one completely wrong. My bad. I
I'm
got
sorry.
excited because we skipped over him on the week before and thought we were going to get to redeem ourselves, but unfortunately, I just put my foot further in my mouth.
Well, no, you know what? Somebody's going to find him, man.
Somebody's going.
The cool thing is he's a young kid, not young, but you want to know what? He's opening eyes. The more you play, the more eyes you're going to open, and
All right,
he's going to get another shot.
here's my question. How do you feel about what's going on with Mitch DeSnew? He's going to arbitration.
How do I feel about it?
Like when these players go to arbitration, so he's on the holdout list. Where do you fall on this? Because I mean,
I'm on both sides of the board on
I was just
the
gonna
whole.
say.
They went to the it's the professional. We want to be the NLL wants to be the next professional, and
they're a ways away from it. The way the league
they're
conducts
ways
themselves.
away.
Like you look at their freaking website, they don't have any of the preseason games. You can't find them. You want to find the schedule, you got to go to their Instagram. You can't even go to their website. I mean, what kind of a major league, doesn't have it? So if you look at their website, you wouldn't even know they have a preseason, other than,
Yeah.
oh wait, get ready for the unboxing. Oh wait, more of the unboxing, and yeah, that's all that's on their cover. Oh well, maybe if we click on the schedule, that should, Oh wait, no, regular season. I bet you just got to click preseason. Oh wait, it's not there. So I mean, I'm not sure. What do you got, Greg Beecher running the website for you guys? Come on, get your shit
No,
together.
as far as no, that's Necker right there. Because if you go to my website, I've already been told that by a couple fans. You got to update your shit, man. I'm like, yeah, I know, I got to.
You should just tell them, like, you talked to me for a couple minutes. What part of this makes you think I'm running the website?
Not this guy. That's all I got to say. Not this guy. I cannot do the website. You want to know why? Because once I learn something, as soon as I get comfortable with it, all of a sudden it changes.
They're gonna
We're
update it.
gonna, and it could be as simple as moving, moving something that YouTube does it to me. I try to click on YouTube, and all of a sudden I think this is where it was supposed. This is where it was, and now it's not there, and now I gotta find. Nah, man, I can't. Too much stress on that concept. Absolutely. Hi, Miss Beecher. I'm reading you. But yeah, Greg, before we get that, let me finish up with the Oneida. And we'll get into that because, once again, I was the trophy that they had. You want to know what? They're building something. They got something there that is awesome. I'm excited. They got good news going on. They're helping us with our junior Yeti program, letting us get in there and help grow the game. And very excited and props to them. They won the inaugural championship with a beautiful trophy.
You're talking Oneida again, right, Paul?
Yes.
Just so everybody else
I'm
knows,
sorry.
we bounced back to Oneida.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you gotta watch out for Necker. He's all over the place.
No, it's okay. I understood where you were.
I'm on my second due for the day, so we're doing all right.
That's the problem. You've only had two? Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is a 2-liter.
Okay.
But as far as Ike Marrero, I'm going to get back to the Yeti. Let me break down the Yeti. Props to Oneida.
Congratulations.
Great job, great tournament. I want to talk my Yeti because you want to know what? To say Chris Ryan and Brandon Davis, led the backside of the lefties, and then we lost Brandon on the second game of Saturday. I was running the door. He runs onto the field, stick on stick. Two guys, he went for the check. The other kid went for the check. All of a sudden, Brandon pulls off and comes running right back off, and he busted a couple finger bones in the hand. So We lost Brandon on Saturday, so that was a huge hit on our, the maturity on the left side. That was,
Or the
but
right
on the
side.
same note,
That's especially a guy like that who
no,
can
no, but
play
he was
anywhere.
running. That wasn't righty Davis. That was lefty
It was
Davis,
Lefty
and
Davis. It's even worse.
and,
You keep talking
we're
about the
a
Yeti
little
guys.
thin.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, we were a little thin on that. A little thin on the left side.
So
So
he was
yeah,
Lefty Davis.
Lefty Davis. We lost him, and that took a little bit of hit, but that's where the Dalton, I believe it was Dalton Thomas came in and helped out relieve some of that pressure. Like I said, Rorick Perry, Peter Colburn had a fantastic game. Ike Marrero. I keep doing what you're doing, brother, because you're a very talented face-off guy. Many people that were there had said a lot about it, and can't say I can't disagree. Keep doing what you're doing. Uh, Tyler Helt coming up huge with a couple outside rippers, just letting it fly. Ricky Adelson doing what Ricky does up and down the field. Zach Blount doing a great job helping us maneuver the offense around and getting them shots off and getting them the beautiful BTB goal. And Peter Colburn, can't say that kid after sitting out this past year, he's got the passion Peter Colburn does and the size, and I'm hoping that he sticks with it because once he gets going, he's going to be an animal with that length that he has. And as
It's one
far
of
as
those things,
Jeremy
just
Lear,
getting them reps in on the floor. Just
yeah,
getting all
well,
that time in.
and that's and again, what was great is half of our normal guys that are running with us, maybe not half, but there was at least a solid handful to two handfuls, close to, down at Nashville. So you're missing the guys that are normally in those positions, but it also gives the younger guys the opportunity to step up. Sawyer Kramer came in and was balling on defense, doing a great job. Then we on Sunday and Saturday. Uh, we went into the fish pond and we found a little AJ Coleman and Junior ran with us on Saturday at this tournament and had a couple of real nice assists on Saturday and then came back and ran with us on Sunday again and the final game popped in 2 goals himself. So it was good to see the young man. We got to get a
Junior
little more
popped in
meat
2
on.
goals.
He Junior got 2. Yeah, he had a
Nice.
stellar game. Very. I was hoping Aaron would get some highlights over to you. I don't think he did, but as far as Junior had a couple goals and very excited. Gabe D'Angelo, Zach Wells. As far as Tommy Karam, sorry, Tommy. I don't know why I see it. It's the way my eyes see it, and I
William.
see it and say it. It's Karam. Uh, as far as and then our goalies, man, Sully, you know, sitting back really hasn't played a lot since Laxney. Probably not. I don't. Maybe he suited up at maybe one of the junior practices and helped out. But as far as he hasn't played since Laxney, and the veteran that he is came in and played stellar, man. The first game, like I said, we lost 6-5 against a solid team, and then we went on a roll, and he did great. And then Paulie Gates, we had an opportunity to get him some PT on Saturday night, and then also on Sunday. So it was great to see Paulie and to sit there and say, Greg, I know what I'm loving as far as we're talking grassroots. Shannon Sullivan, grassroots, was never a goalie before. Was
Long pole,
looking
right?
more at coaching, and then said, I want to be a goalie. This is when Colby Johnson was there. And then another guy comes along, played field, and his name is Mario Diaz. And Mario kind of took that role for a little while and was the backup and learning and everything. And then a couple, 2 years ago, this other guy comes rolling along, Paulie Gates. And Paulie had the field goalie as well. But to sit there and get to where I'm going with this, but the three of them, to watch 3 guys help each other out, whether it's with equipment, whether it's with knowledge of the game, learning the game, Mario knew that he wasn't quite sure that he could be committed to the tournament, so he said, "I'm out." And that's where Paulie was able to get his opportunity to get in there and get that time. Well, not thinking anything at this point in time, I thought Mario was heading down to Nashville with the boys, and that's why he wasn't playing it. I didn't hear anything. He just didn't respond saying that he was in or out. He just said, "If I don't," because that's all I asked. You guys
Yeah.
in? Whoever's in first is first come first serve. It's
Yeah.
potluck, it's potluck concept. So as far as Gatesy and Sully were tending to what they tend to, getting ready and everything, and I come out of the locker room. Don't you know who's standing right there?
Super
Mario
Mario.
Diaz. Wanted to see his boys play. Wanted to support and just come up and hang out with the boys. Loved it. That's what as far as can't say enough about the three of them, how well they work well together. And thank you very much to the goalies, because that's one stress that we haven't had where there's
A
to
lot of
say
teams look
bickering.
for goalies. Yeah, bickering
Yeah,
over playing time, and yeah,
playing time. Who's you want to know the way Johnny's taking the reins? I can't say enough. Johnny Lehman and Mrs. Andrea, thank you. Thank you for allowing Johnny to, we had the number one water boy with us. As far as the little lad was there and had his helmet on the bench, taking care of the water bottles. You'd be shaking them and empty. You'd see him run over and start filling it up, bringing it back. It's, I can't say thank you enough to everybody that participated. It was a great weekend and in a beautiful facility with a bunch of beautiful people showing us their culture and allowing us to learn some of their culture. And if you have an opportunity, please, find out when these things are happening. Watch them. Get there. It's
way better
the
live.
art. Oh, it was a way better life. And not to even say the designers and the artists and the craftsmanship. Ron Patterson and the boys made the trophy. That's a homemade, not to say homemade, but constructed, built, beautiful,
Yes.
gorgeous trophy. So, again, props to Oneida, and thank you very much. Hopefully, we get an invitation next year, and we'll be back because we want our name on that plaque.
There you go.
On to the NLL.
Now NLL, which I mean, honestly, we've covered. But if you look at this, Nashville's got done a better job putting their stats up and the games up than the NLL has for the preseason game.
I haven't seen anything because, like I said, with the
Yeah.
how did Bang even make out? I haven't seen
So the
anything
Lakers
posted.
took second place in the regular men's championship.
Okay,
So congratulations to the Lakers.
awesome job.
Res Dogs took first, and it looks like Bang came in 11th. Not as good of a weekend as last year, but they weren't in the bottom.
Right. Well, you want to it is sometimes you think you have your best roster ever, and you go in and you throw a rotten tomato, and sometimes you think you're
Yeah.
weak on the roster, and you go in and you roll the dice. And
So they beat the NABLL teams. They beat the AT Aliens or the at yeah, it's the AT Aliens, like the At Aliens. But
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and then the Oak City Owls beat Bang City actually. So I lied.
Oh,
Oak City beat Bang. Grand
yeah,
River Ironmen, that's a really good team. I don't know what their team looked like down there, but I know the team they bring in Laxna is usually pretty amazing. And Bang was able to beat the Straw Hat Pirates.
the Straw Hat Pirates. That's awesome stuff.
Yeah.
That's
But
good stuff.
yeah, that was
And
them.
that's great. That's and props to all those guys. Hopefully everybody got home safely. Haven't seen any posts or anything, and that's the one on the left hand side. That's kind of I don't know about that one, man. Jeez. If you're talking about a professional league, do we want to step into that or no?
I
That
mean,
Randy stat or
so
Austin
what
stats.
was there? Did he get a verdict in his case?
I don't know nothing other than what they
I don't know
showed right
nothing
there. I
either.
thought he wasn't he charged? That's why.
Yeah, he was
And I don't
charged,
want to.
but that doesn't.
That doesn't say anything, right? I don't know if it was Don't know.
Yeah.
Other than I've seen that again, the Seals haven't made any announcement concept either.
And
So
the statement from Stamper, I think he's the one that wrote that article. Might have been Adam, but I'm pretty sure that was yeah. It was, okay, so that was a joint article. But basically, they said that the team should be making a statement soon. But
okay,
boy, you never know.
uh-huh. That's a tough one. As far as I hate
Boy,
making
he's
those
got a
calls.
Wikipedia page. You know you're a serious lacrosse player when you got a Wikipedia page. There's not a lot of them. There's a very few handful of guys that have Wikipedia pages, and he happens to be one of them. And they're making the lasers proud.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Hey,
that was
when you say that right there, here's a little shout out for MVCC Mohawk Valley. What Hawks don't fly? They what?
they soar.
They soar. They won a national championship 2 years in a row for the men's soccer team. Congratulations to the MVCC Hawks for
Soaring.
winning a national championship back to back.
Did you?
Great stuff.
You got to stand up and do like you used to do on the bus when we were getting ready to get off.
I do have your ball though right here still, though, brother.
There we go.
It's right there. It's right in front, right on the desk here. Yeah. As far as the NLL is in, they're rocking and rolling. They're cutting. I seen Buffalo cut a bunch of.
Well, hang on. Let's get into Buffalo cutting after we talk about this cut right here.
But look who they picked up. Rochester. Did you see who the other person Rochester picked up?
Rochester,
Wait till you. They're digging in. They're digging into that swarm pile of bees and bringing up the some of the nest up to Rochester. And
who else did they bring up?
Jeremy.
Oh yes, I did see that. Jeremy's going there.
Yeah.
Miles is not signing. So what? So taking faceoffs last year, I'm trying to think. Did Rochester? They brought in a guy at the end of the year. He was a PLL player that they brought in just to take faceoffs. Now I can't remember what his name was. But obviously they're going for more of a lacrosse player here, or a box lacrosse player. I shouldn't call that guy not a lacrosse player, but not necessarily
Not
your,
just a
your box
Fogo.
skilled. Yeah,
He's not a Fogo.
Yeah.
On and off, face off, get off concept. He's he's going to be able to get back and play defense. But again, he's definitely not the spring chicken that he used to be either. So
no, he's
they
close
need to
to my
start
age.
looking to those Isaac Marreros in the NABLL and in that Rochester. He's out in Rochester at Wesleyan. Take a look at some of those local. I know Nicky Farrell was RIT and he ripped it up. And I know he's out in Seattle now, but that's the fantastic Farrell Face-Off Academy is awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean the proof is in the pudding when it comes to that. We've seen it time and time again.
Yeah.
They still got Dobson though down there, but they yeah, boy, I don't know. It's a rough year for Georgia. I think you're right. I think they're moving. I think they're gearing up to move. I think they got a lot of young guys playing. This is going to be a learning year.
This is my question, and I'm curious to find this out. Does Rochester practice in the United States or in Canada?
I believe Rochester has always practiced at the ILA, but I would imagine with the Seneca team owning them, that is going to change.
That's what I was curious.
They will be practicing, I would guess. So the closest facility to Rochester with turf is going to be Onondaga. That's not Seneca Nation. They might work out a deal with them, but it's not technically part of their nation because it's the Onondaga Nation.
Right.
Seneca Nation is technically who bought the team. I would like to see them go there, unless Onondaga's putting ice in, and then I would like to see the ice stay in so my buddy can still drive the Zamboni.
I was asking that the other day to a gentleman, and actually he's like, "What do you mean? I didn't. I think they got ice in." I was like, "I had heard they weren't going to put ice in because of the compressors. Old compressor, not so they weren't going to have ice." And he's like, "No, they got ice." So I think Onondaga has ice at Nedro. You're talking about, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean, they could go. They could go over to the field house.
Field house, yeah. You got the field house
great
there.
for practice. But like I said,
half an hour,
or
half an hour down the road, you got that beautiful place that the world was at. Just saying.
that turf is not like any other NLL
No,
turf,
it's
though.
it's a different turf. It's got the beads,
Yeah,
and it's
very different.
I just got some more out of my socks and shoes this morning because I
That's
don't
what
want to say
happens.
the black beads are everywhere. But
Those little black beads are.
yeah, it is a field turf or field style black beaded turf versus the carpet hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I personally I would just like to see the nation go ahead and buy turf for their two community centers that they have, one in Allegheny and one in Salamanca. Well, actually, shit, I just screwed that up. That's the same one. So
right.
there's one in Cattaraugus, and there's one in Salamanca. So the Allegheny or the Cattaraugus one. Put turf in either of those. Get that stupid sport court off the Cattaraugus floor, because they
Hmm.
put that on there. Maybe the Seneca Nation could buy them some turf so they could practice there. How far is that from Rochester?
All depends.
Hour and a half. It's
What's
closer than the
easier,
ILA is.
right? As far as you could probably go two different routes as far as that goes. You can either do the throughway or you can shoot the Elmira,
That
the
way
back
takes 10
roads.
minutes longer according to the Google.
Is that does it? Okay.
But yeah,
So
so
down through Letchworth
yeah.
State Park area and down
Yeah.
through that way.
It is
Yeah.
pretty though. If you got a chance to
Oh,
go for the
it's a
drive,
beautiful
maybe
area.
not in the
There's no
wintertime,
question.
but the I don't know, might look all right in the wintertime. But either way, they could practice there. Do they put turf in though? Because they're not going to have these guys practicing on concrete. The ILA has been a lot of people's facilities for a long time. Rochester practices there. Buffalo practices there, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, yeah,
Well, it makes more
Halifax.
sense as far as yeah, they all practice up there, huh?
Yeah.
Well, doesn't Halifax? Well, that's because all the players are in the Toronto to the east of Toronto, aren't they? For the most part, on all these teams.
And the guy that happens to, you know, own the Halifax Thunderbirds is quite heavily involved with what's going on at the ILA. So that
Well,
is, yeah, that's a big part of it.
oh, when you can cut costs and bring practice time costs down to a be able to get the guys to get to practice versus paying for the
Not just that.
facility.
Say your goalie doesn't show up. How many other towns can you just call a goalie and that's that caliber that's going to show up? I
Right.
guarantee you up there, you're going to find somebody to throw the pads on that'll get you through.
Sure. Sure.
You know, they'll be calling somebody
There's
out of work. They'll be like, "Hey, get over here."
well, there's 15 that are just on the local rosters, like you said. I'll get in here. Patty Crosby was on Philadelphia's practice roster
Yeah.
for goalies.
And
So
yeah, he quite frequently is. He answers that phone call a lot, gets out there, gets shots. Yeah, those guys, that's huge. Uh,
yeah,
this one right here though, this Jaden Kennedy, he's been released. Don't be too surprised if he doesn't get picked up by Rochester. So
right.
that kid, maybe he needs another year. He's a young man from he's a Newtown kid, I believe. He's from over in Cattaraugus, but you talk about a phenomenal young man. Like that guy can ball. Oh my God, that young man can ball. He is so much fun to watch. I watched him tear it up last year. Uh, yeah, maybe they don't hold on to it. Boy,
Any of these guys, obviously, they're going to be on a Canadian ALL team for the winter session, I'm assuming here.
you would
If they're
imagine.
not making these rosters and not on the practice roster, they're going up north or
And
they're staying up
Yeah, and
north.
Stamper I think is doing all the streams for the East ALL. So
Is he?
yeah, he called me a couple weeks ago. He was really excited to tell me about it. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he's busy.
Congrats.
He's got all kinds of stuff going on, and the coolest thing is going to be now we're going to be able to watch it because NLL Plus. You know what? I always talk smack about it, but before I do, let me go to NLL Plus and I'll see. What do you think the chances are the last week's preseason games were on there?
I don't know. I have not a clue. My subscription ran out, so.
No, NLL Plus is supposed to be free.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, NLL Plus is free.
So you just go to YouTube and it's on the YouTube, or it's
No,
just on the regular internet?
hang on. Yeah, you just go to NLL Plus. You know, put in Blue Squatch in your password.
Right?
But no, you just go to NLL, or so it's plus.nll.com.
Okay.
But they full match. Oh, they are. So they did have 2 more
They
games
put them
on.
up there.
2 of them.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to watch the Rock or in the Mammoth. Ooh, Terry would have been playing in that game, I think. So they're at the track. Yeah.
I've seen a couple highlights off of this one.
Holochuk.
A couple fast breaks. Guy bringing it up and drops the shoulder, gets a shot off, gets buried.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to watch. I didn't watch it. We were up at
Hiltz had a couple. Is this the one where Hiltz scores?
Oh, that's a nice check right there.
He gets to the middle. If it. Anyhow, as far as the highlights.
Okay, so they actually did get a couple of these preseason games up.
That's awesome.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, because that one was from the week before. So yeah, they put those 2 games up. I'm probably, I don't know. I'm torn because I want to watch Colorado to watch Terry, even though he blew us off last week, and he did want to get on this week. I forgot to get back to him though. Then I got busy. I forgot all about it. No, actually, I just went on Instagram when we got on the show and I clicked it and I seen it. And I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to message him back. My bad. But yeah, then so San Diego. Yeah, I'll probably watch that Vancouver game. Honestly, I'm very, very curious to see.
Intrigued to see what Mouse has.
Yeah, yeah. They've brought some offense in too. I mean, my real question is how does that offense gel with all those pieces coming in? Because you bring in Superman, Curtis Dixon. That's who did he needs the ball. He's one of those guys that's got to take shots.
Yeah.
So now, how does that affect everybody?
Who's their goalie now, though?
Oh, Delbs, 100%.
They signed him for long term.
I don't think it matters. Delbs is not going anywhere else. If he doesn't play in Vancouver, he won't play. He's got young kids, and he has made it very clear that between work and his kids, he's going to play in Vancouver, and that's about it.
So Vancouver picked him up because he was at a different. He was in Calgary, wasn't he?
Yeah. And then at the end of last year, he got traded, and then Vancouver went 7-0.
Right, and he went into all those games, and then he ended up losing anyhow to the Buffalo Bandits in the championship. So
they stole it.
But I thought that was just a 1-year remainder of the year.
It was, but he signed with him, I would believe. If he doesn't, he's retiring. You won't see him play anywhere else, I don't think.
Okay. So I was not. That's awesome to hear. Yeah. Well, there you go. That answers that question.
We're matching hats tonight, aren't we?
Is yours got the Jimmy Jimmy?
Oh, I don't have the Jimmy Jimmy.
You don't have favorite. You don't have the favorite.
No, you gave that one to charity because I had a Space Lax hat on. Somebody gave me, so you went over and gave that one to charity.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. That's why she got it.
And that's why she's got it. So that one's sitting. Yeah, no, it's sitting right next to mine too at the house. So I get to look at it and be like, wow, I wish I was cool enough for one of those. But we'll have to get caught up on some preseason games and stay up to date on transactions because this is so the Firewolves got rid of Ben McDonald. Not a big surprise. Boy, I don't know. This Firewolves defense, I think they're going to struggle at the beginning of the year. Bad.
Greg, I can't wait to start getting into the games and start digging in. I got one more tournament, and the Lady Yeti are going up to the ILA, and that's in December. So
hopefully Stamper will be up there streaming that one.
I'm hoping. Well, I contacted Warner to see if he was going to be up there, and congratulations to him and the missus. They just had a little baby, so congratulations
Justin. Yeah.
Life changes quite a bit when little pompuses are in your hand. Absolutely.
It's a whole different world.
Whole different. You want to know what not freedoms.
Extracurricular activities tend to fall off.
They change, and you want to know it's for a beautiful reason. That's but yeah, he won't be there. I was excited because I was like, I'm gonna be there, and he's like, yeah, I took a lot of ass whoopings in that barn.
When is that one? December.
That is December 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Yes, that's right. That's the weekend before.
It's an ALL sponsored event by the Sky Women.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Sky Women.
Sky Women. And as far as the girls, they've been chirping and I'm like, listen, let me get this weekend done with. The weekend's done with, and don't you know they were there? And they're like, Coach, not for nothing, we want to practice. And I'm like, guess what? We have some time slots, in between here and here. Let's get a practicing, or start practicing. So the girls are fired up. They're itching. They want to play. So I'm excited about that too. But other than that, then I can start focusing on this NLL stuff because there is crazy amounts. Going for 4 in a row, man. Four, four in a, four
All right.
in
So my
a
question
row.
is, you're going for 4 in a row. Do you
4 in a
think
row.
what kind of start do you have? Do you win in the first 5 games? Are you over 500?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, I'm looking at okay, you lost Frazier, you lost well, what's his name with the C there,
Kluche.
Kuche.
Kluche.
As far as other than that, not for nothing, you filled those voids in. You got Taylor Tillerio, is that how you say it? Trillo,
Triolo.
oh, Triolo. You got you picked up Triolo, and there was one other one that they picked up, another stud. Oh, sugar.
Yeah,
I'm
they
having a
still haven't
brain fart.
updated everything. Oh, Benesh.
Ganesh.
Yeah.
As far as we okay, and you still have the Great
You
Dane.
still
You
got
still have
Buchanan, yeah, Dooka, Burns, Scanlon.
Joga. Oh, we didn't even talk about the playoffs MVP last. We haven't even talked about him.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're returning Maddie. Defensively, okay, we can't play the 3 goalie defense anymore. Okay, you're gonna so they're not in the crease. What are they gonna do? They're gonna step out of the crease
And they're
area and
going to
still take
screen
those
Vince.
angles.
Yeah, but the problem is going to be it's going to be a lot of growing pains those first couple of games. Vince is going to lose the first 3 games of the season because of it.
Where it's going to affect most, I think, is going to be the dives. You don't have that backside post, holding that backside post so they don't do the reach around type of thing or the over and under. That part you can't be in the. And again, we got to learn the rule. We might be completely wrong. I thought I read it,
No,
and
they can't be in the crease.
I thought it was on the when the ball's on the outside, they can't be inside outside the restraining line. They can't be inside. So the outside shots, you can't be the two
I
guys
don't
in there.
think you're allowed to be in the crease at all unless the ball's in there.
Okay.
We'll clarify that.
We got to
Try to get
definitely
some.
look into it because that's a huge, I mean, all aspects. And Buffalo's not the only one who does it. A lot of these teams do it, especially when they're man down. You're seeing that backside. But again, these guys are crazy in regards to, okay, I can't be in the crease. Well, guess what? They're soaking shots. They're diving in front of the shots. They want to get hit with the shots so that the goalie doesn't, they're, it's ingrained in their heads. I don't care. It's my muscle memory. It's what they've been doing. They just okay. I'm gonna soak this one. Whack. Ouch. And they don't even. I'm sorry. Some of these guys, you see them. They soak a heater. They don't even flinch, man. It's like buddy.
Yeah.
But it makes it interesting, and we definitely got to dig into that rule. Maybe you want to know who we might want to get on there is Trevor Butts. See what Trevor.
We're gonna need Trevor to actually. I got to get a hold of Trevor pretty soon, anyways. So we'll be getting fired
we
back
start
up.
digging into this, and it's going to be the parity throughout the season. That's what's going to be great. Is these teams? You want to know what? It's going to make. Sorry, they're not in Albany anymore, but it's going to honestly make probably Albany that much better of a team. I'm sorry, I said Albany. The Firewolves that much better of a team. For the fact that now they have you're practicing. For the most part, all the guys are going to be at practice now. There's not going to be, but they practiced up in Canada anyhow, didn't they?
I think everybody did. Yeah, they didn't have a lot of midweek practices. And the other thing is the dollars going to shit. So as the dollar falls, these teams are all going to start going to Canada because it's way cheaper to be up there. It was one thing when you were making, a third of what you were making on top of everything, just because the dollar was worth more. But
okay, I'm not. I say that our dollar's worth more
for now.
Okay,
I think they see the writing on the wall.
Oh, okay. Well, I enjoy it. I want to go to Canada more often because I sat there and I'm like, Yeah.
Yeah, and
The
you're
200.
American, so I mean they'll be nice to you. It's not like poor OJ trying to get back, home and they're
No,
shutting him
the
down.
transfer, on the
Oh,
getting a
exchange
hotel
rate.
room.
Yeah,
Yeah, the exchange rate, it's 245 for a night, but then you throw the exchange in there and it's back to a normal price again. It's
170.
like, okay,
Yeah,
well that's not bad, I can live with that. But at
yeah.
245 a night, I might sleep in the car one night.
It's cold up there. You better run it.
I, you know, I, I'll make sure that I'm. No, I got a room for 2 nights. I'm very. They had a great special going on, so
We stayed
you
at
know
an Airbnb just outside of the ILA. It was gorgeous too.
they had some cabins for rent and everything, and I'm
Oh,
like,
those cabins are nice.
that's what
Oh,
they look beautiful. I was like,
yeah.
but then I was looking for the single cabins, and they must close them down for the winter time. I'm assuming, but yeah, it's going to be awesome up there. But that's where all the lacrosse players that's where they're from. Not anymore.
It's the Mecca. We'll have to. We got to get you hooked. You know who's up there though? Is that's where the Creators Game podcast is. Those guys are all Six Nations guys. We'll have to
Ah,
hook you up with them. I was
we
supposed
got
to
to get
try to
hooked
get
up
hooked
with
up with
those
Jay, but
guys.
yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, they'll be up there too. We'll get you. Yeah, we got to see what we can do to get you set up with those guys while they're
I
up
would
there.
love to talk to those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys, I've watched all their podcasts, and you know, again, that's what was cool this past weekend. Being able to have Neil there and ask questions. The culture concept. It was eye opening. If you ever get an opportunity, people out there to watch a smoke dance, watch it because it's special.
We've
Greg, I
got a
got to do
sweet.
one
We
more.
had a hang on.
I
We had a competition. So on ours in that basketball tournament, there's the smoke dance. We separated it and uploaded the live. It's like 2.5 hours of different competitions, and yeah, well
yeah.
worth the watch to go jump on and
Uh,
watch. And now, sorry I cut you off, but I was just
no,
saying that we
no,
did
no.
have one for people to watch.
As far as shit, I forgot what I was going to say now.
See,
But
I screwed you up. I should just let you
it
go.
was good. You said I'm going to shut it, Necker. But
I,
no, now I remember. I cannot forget this. The Yeti Nation fans. I can't say thank you enough for the amount of people that I know that were fans that out of nowhere. I'm over on the bench side and looking across, and I'm seeing Dave Miziak and his little daughter and his little son, watching the games and soaking it in. And very Mark and
Mark made it.
Mark was up there, and I think it's Isabel Kliss. As far I forget names. There's so many names. I had guys
Mr. and
from
Mrs. Rosenkrantz.
yes, and they were there. As far as many family members made the travel, and I can't say thank you enough to all them. A young man that I coached with Bob Leary when I was up at SUNY Poly as assistant coach, Bob Moore. Out of a sudden, he walks up to me, big guy, got a beard and everything. He's as tall as me, big as me, and everything. He's like, "Hey, coach." I'm looking at him. I'm like, "Yeah, you don't remember me, do you?" I'm like, "Bro,
Sorry.
not right now,
Yeah.
no." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Bob Moore." I'm like, "Bob Moore." I ain't seen you since the
You
last
were
days
2 feet
at.
ago.
Oh, he was in the van with me, Timmy Dobbs, and Brian Kelly. We had the 1982 bus going down to North Carolina that you go over 55 miles an hour and a buzzer would go off. So I'm driving from here to Banner Elk, North Carolina, doing as fast as I can, hours and hours with a stupid buzzer because Bob's in the brand new van that he picked up, cruising down. The worst part about it, this is before phones. No phones. Four of us in this van, 1982 Dodge Ram van, and Bob in the other one. He's doing the just above the speed limit anyhow, and I'm keeping up with him. All of a sudden, our van dies, and we're in the middle of I don't know where, North Carolina, on a 4-lane highway going. Uh, the van just died, and I'm coasting it out, and I'm just watching Bob take off. Whoa, he's gone. I'm like, oh fuck. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, sugar. So we're sitting there. I'm like, boys, we got to figure something out here. So we're trying to put our brains together and everything. And like 2 minutes later, you can see down in the distance, and cars putting their brakes on it and everything. And here's this van backing up. Bob's on the side of the road. He must have backed up like 2 miles in reverse, going to catch back up to us. And he's like, "All right,
So
there,
he's better
you
at
take the
driving.
rest of the team. Yeah, you take the rest of the team. I'll stay with this. We got,
Yeah.
we got a hold of a tow truck, the small little garage. The coil on this van, it shot the coil, and we was up and running the next day and on to Roanoke, Virginia to play Roanoke. That was a great time.
Did
But
they shut the buzzer off for you? Was that in the
no,
coil? You probably
dude,
burned out the coil with that buzzer.
that thing was ridiculous. It was stupid ridiculous, but great memories. There's something that Bob Moore, that love him. I'm sure he's not watching, but I couldn't shut that kid up for nothing. He sat there and and it's like, all right, it was good for the driver, kept the driver awake, but at some point you're like, how do you even block somebody out? Because I just want to drive. But it was great to see Bobby, Eduardo. A bunch of guys came up that I haven't seen in probably 2009. I think was the last time I seen Eduardo up at the national championship in Boston, watching Syracuse win the national championship. We were doing the tailgate. That's the last time I seen him. He walks up, "You know who I am?" And I'm like, I think I said Mike Judy. I'm like, "Mike Judy?" He's like,
that
"Nope,
was close.
Eduardo." Eduardo. I'm like, Eduardo. So it was an awesome time in Oneida. And thank you, Oneida, for having us. And we want to be back because we want to win that trophy, because it was a beautiful trophy. And yes, nation. We got to get Greg to bed because my man is doing that burning the hourglass.
Struggling. Next, well, I'm taking off. I'm only going to do one class next semester too, because like today's brutal. I was doing homework right up until dinner time, eat, and then get on here for this, and it's like, whoo, baby. So slim that down. All you college students out there getting after it, congratulations. Maybe you're smarter than me. You could do it faster, but down to one class probably.
The old turtle gets there.
Slow and steady wins the race.
That's right, buddy. That's right, brother.
And we won't mention I'm 7 years into an associate's degree.
I know somebody else that's kind of like that. Not quite that long, but hopefully he.
Yeah, I could.
I'll knock on the wall. I'll knock on the wall. Maybe he hears me.
I could have been a doctor.
Maybe that's what he's going for. Nate, are you trying to be a doctor?
Yes, we're trying to be doctors. Don't you leave us alone. He's my PA. I'm going to be the doctor. He's my PA.
We got to get him. We got to get him rocking and rolling. He's getting itchy. I think him and Seamus need some detail of getting some highlights and things going. So we'll get them going. But
all right, we're out of here.
It's about time. Yeti Nation. Next week we're going to be back. We're going to get a little more NLL info, and we're going to get up to snuff, because we got some picks coming up here shortly. I think I know 2 years ago you said, "Hey, who do you think's going to be number one? Who's going to be the best player in the NLL?" And I pulled a rabbit out the hat on that one with
you
teeth.
killed it. Yeah, you killed it, and
he
he's been terrible ever since. So yeah.
But then I jump on other. It is what it is. Awesome.
Yeah. Next week we will pick our players of the year and all that fun stuff. Maybe.
Yeah.
I love it. The surprise players of the year. All right, Paul Noecker. We'll see you guys next week. Yeti Nation. See you next week.
Thanks so much to all our sponsors. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. Please support your local sponsors. CBI cables, what the pros use. Plug them in, whether it's lighting, electrical, audio, or internet cables. The Be-Dry system. Get a hold of Brandon Davis. Water in your basement, Be-Dry. The Utica's finest barbershop. Get a hold of Jordan Baldwin or Kevin Beach on Book C. Duratagre for all your new plumbing, irrigation, and renovation needs. Family landscaping. Make your neighbors green with envy. Get a hold of Russ. Nora's Candy Shop for the famous turkey joints or just some fudge or other sweets. Stop by Nora's. Utica Club Lounge for the party before, after, during the game. Utica Club Lounge where the Yeti hang out. CRM, Commercial Rental Management. Get a hold of them for all your commercial building needs.